Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On this video I'll be cutting a female pant, a female trouser. So I'll be using this material to cut it. The last video I made, I said on how to cut a female senator. So this will be on how to cut a female pant, a female trouser. If you're new to my channel, you're highly welcome. And all my old subscribers, I thank you all. Please subscribe, click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Like my video, share my video, and comment. If you have anything you want me to work on, please drop it on a comment box and I will go through it and give you your reply back. Alright, so let's proceed. The trouser length I'm cutting, the trouser length is 30, the trouser length is 40 inches. Then I'll be adding extra 2 inches. I'll add extra 3 inches for 1 inch for sewing allowance and 2 inch for hemming allowance. So that will give me 43 in total. So I've marked my 43 inches. So from this place I mark the length, I will get the waist. So it will serve me as the waist, sorry. So from here, from the waist, I'll mark my hip. The hip measurement is 9 inches. And from the waist to crunch, the crunch measurement is 12 inches. It's 12 inches. The crunch measurement is supposed to be 13 inches, but because I will add 1 inch bind on it, just a small bind, I'll mark the crunch 12 inches. Your bind, you can make it 1.5, 2 inches. Depends the way you want it. Then from the waist to the nail is 18 inches. Though the nail is not necessary. If you like, you can insert it. If you don't like, you can leave it. But on this one, I won't be needing the nail measurement. So from the waist, I will mark 1.5 inch inward. Then from that 1.5 inch, I will carve it down to the, I'll carve it down to the hip. So I carve it down to the hip, as you can see. Then to the down part, I'll mark 1.5 inch also. One and a half inch. Then I will slant it down to the crunch line. If you have your ruler, you can use your ruler. So this is it. I mark 1.5 inch here, I slant it down to the crunch line. I mark 1.5 inch from the waist, I slant it down to the hip line. So I will now insert my waist measurement. The waist measurement is 34 divided by 4 will give me 8.5 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. That will give me 10.5. Then the hip measurement is 40 divided by 2, which is 10 divided by 4, sorry. 10 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance. That will give me 12 inches. Then the crunch is 24. 24 divided by 2 will give me, you will divide your crunch by 2, your knee by 2, your ankle by 2. But your waist and your hip, you divide it by 4. So the crunch measurement is 24 divided by 2, which gives me 12 plus 2 inches sewing allowance, which give me 14 inches. So I'll connect the line. The line I connected here on the crotch is 12 inches line. This is the 14 inches, the sewing allowance. From there, I'll curve it. I'll curve it in. So I hope you can see the curving in. Then the ankle measurement is 12 inches divided by 2 will give me 6, plus 2 inches sewing allowance, that will give me 8. Though I marked 9, I added extra allowance. But you can mark your own exactly the measurement you get after dividing it. So I connect. So this is it for female pants. It's very simple and easy. There is no much. You insert your trouser length. After inserting your trouser length, from the waistline you mark your hip. From the waistline you mark your crotch. Then after that you divide your waist by 4 and mark whatever you get. You divide your hip by 4 and mark whatever you get. Then your crotch you divide it by 2 and mark whatever you have. Then your ankle you divide it by 2. If you're making use of your nail, you divide it by 2. But here I won't be needing nail length. So this is what I have. Then after dividing it, you connect the both lines together. So this is it for the front trouser. I'll cut this one out using it to trace the back one. So I just finished cutting out the trouser. I hope you can see it. This is what I have for female pants. So I'll use this one to trace out the back. Cutting the back, you know, is quite different from the way I cut the back. So I'll show you how to cut the back. So now to cut out the back, I place the front panel on the back side. I've placed it on the material. So all I have to do now is to the crotch line, I'll extend it by 1.5 inch. 1.5 inch. Then to the ankle, I'll mark 1 inch there. So from this 1 inch, I'll connect it down to this 1.5 inches. So I've connected the lines. Then the next thing to do is from this 1.5 inch, I'll mark it directly to the armhole, as in to this side. I'll mark it directly. I won't be adding anything here. I'll mark it directly this side. Then to the waist here, I'll minus 1 inch from the front. Then I'll add 2 inches. I'll add another 1 inch to the back. I don't know if you're getting me. The front, I'll minus 1 inch. I'll slant it to this side. While the back, I'll mark 2 inches from the slanting line. Let me show you what I'm doing very well. I hope you can see what I'm saying. So this is the front. I'll mark 1 inch here. And I'll slant it down to this side. I'll cut this out. Then from that 1 inch I marked at the front, I'll keep my tape on it and mark 2 inches. Again, that 2 inches will be for the back. The reason I added 2 inches at the back is so that when you wear the pants, it will lap very well at the back. You know, female, we always have hip at the back of in our back, so adding that 2 inches will make it to lap very well. on a female hip. So these 2 inches are added at the back. I'll slant it to the side. You see what I'm saying? So I'll cut this one out. So I'll cut this one. This is the front. I raise it up. I'll cut the 1 inch out. I hope you can see it. I cut the 1 inch out. Then to the back, I will start. You see, this is the 2 inches I added after my losing 1 inch from the back, from the front. Sorry. So I added 2 inches from the back. So I'll now cut it off. So you see, you understand what I'm talking. I hope you see this. The back is longer than the front. So I will now cut this side directly. I will not be adding anything to this side. Then I'll cut it directly to the 1.5 inch I added at the crunch. Then from there, from the crunch, I'll cut it straight to the 1 inch I added at the ankle. So that's what I'm doing. So I'll be cutting directly. I hope you can see where I'm cutting. So I will now cut this side directly, the same length with the front. I won't be adding anything on it. So after cutting it out, this is what I have. I hope you can see it, the front and the back. This is what I have for female panties. I would love to re-explain what I did on the back panel. After putting the front, I mark 1.5 inch to the crunch. I mark 1 inch to the back. The reason is because the back needs to be bigger than the front, so that it can size the person who has it. You understand? You know, our back is bigger than the front side of our body. So I added 1.5 inch to the crunch, then 1 inch to the ankle. I connect it. Then to the upper side, I minus 1 inch from the front. I slant it down to this side. Then I add 2 inches from that point, from that front where I minus 1 inches. I add 2 inches to the back, and I slant it to the side. Then I cut it out. So this is it for the female panties. Then after this, I will be making a video on how to sew it. This video is actually on how to cut it. I'll make a video on how to sew a female pant and a female senator. All right, thank you for watching my video. Thank you so much for supporting me. Please subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified. Subscribing is free of charge. You are not meant to pay. All right, please subscribe. Thank you so much. I love you guys. See you on my next video. Bye.